Okay, let's have a little looky in here. Obviously it's got a little electronic step which is quite handy, little switch inside. Nice big wide access door because I'm not exactly slim. And how do we do this? How do we go? Right, so control panels, lights, as I say, the actual step itself is all controlled from here. Outside awning light, nice little cubby holes, which is always handy. Storage is a thing on this. Obviously all motorhomes, even stuff like this, bins stored on the outside of the door, storage bins everywhere. Things like this, you just got to think about using every single space. So as we come in, we have our little living room. If I back up a bit here, so it's quite well designed. This is based on a 6-metre chassis, so it's one of the shorter of the motorhomes. However, if you look at the size of the living room compared to a 7-metre motorhome, it's probably 2 to 3 times more spacious, because it's quite clever what they've done. So if you look up here, you can see a mattress, right? So coming back to the ceiling of the living room would be, I'll just give you a little demonstration because I can't go all the way, but if we do this, and you can see, I'll just stop there, but now there's a bedroom, so that'll go right down to about level to about the headrests of the seats. You've got another double bed that could be made up in here. So technically it's a 4-berth, which is remarkable for the size. Let me just pop this back up with a little control panel. Here we go. And it seats nicely into the ceiling, just like that. So as you think to yourself, for a 6-metre motorhome, no way will I be able to get 4 people in here. It just doesn't happen, right? Well, so if I come over here, obviously the business end, it's a 9-speed auto, really handy because I don't like changing gears on long journeys. It's a nice interior, nice leather seats. So if you look back at it from here and I sit down, so we've got a nice open plan living room, nice views, windows all access, which is quite handy apart from the back. But then you do have a camera, so if there's any unwanted visitors, not that that happens, but if there was. So let's move on to the back. I will go through my electronic setup because it's a complete different thing, but that's going to get into another part of motorhomes. So control panel, you got water, you can check on the level, you can check on your waste tank, main battery rig, how much is your leisure battery as opposed to your main front battery. Trim with water heater system and central heating, very cool. If I do this, I can now control, it's like central heating, whatever's flashing, hot water, choice of power. You can either have electric, gas, electric and gas, electric 1 kilowatt. I'll show you the options. Gas, mixture of gas and electric, mixture of gas and electric with 2 kilowatts as opposed to 1, electric 1 kilowatt, electric 2 kilowatt, and there we go. Very handy. And also fan speed control, and also time clock settings and main settings. Plus it's quite handy just to have a clock. Obligatory CO2 sensor, can't recommend that one enough. What have we got here? Nice little fridge, quite a big one. It's a full-size fridge if you like, with a little freezer box. As I say, storage is key here. We got cupboards everywhere. We got one here in the kitchen area. This is our little kitchen. So this would slide around to expose a sink, and obviously when you don't need it, we do that. We have a nice proper full-size cooker, and if I take this out of the way, you can see we've got an oven. We've got another storage space down there. We've got a 3-burner hob here. Obviously I put a microwave in here because I'll get round to why I can power just about anything remotely. This is really cool. I like this. Push this little button here. I can try and do this. This whole cupboard slides out to reveal a little hidey and just storage for stuff, which I thought was a great use of space. Put that away like that. We have big food cupboard up here full of yummy stuff, survival kit as we call it. These are quite cool. These are detachable spotlights, so I could just take this off and put it somewhere else. For here, for example, there's a rail, so just twist it, put it in the rail, twist, lock, and voila, that one works too. Clever, eh? Really handy. So let's go through to, there's another room, and here we go. Voila, we have a quite a nice size ensuite shower as well, full size. I'm quite a big guy, I can get in there no problem at all. Got a nice little sink, does the job. Little cupboard underneath that as well, another cupboard, obviously a toilet. We've got another cupboard here, so sort of your bathroom cupboard sort of scenario. Now the garage I mentioned outside earlier also is accessible from inside, so quite handy if you've got long coats or you're got a wardrobe of kinds with long items in it. Very easy, very handy bit of kit, that very well thought out. And another cupboard next door, which is, I use it as just a normal wardrobe really. I do have vac bags, very handy. Pillows, I've got really big pillows, so I put them in this and vac them down. Space saving, absolutely brilliant idea, love them, can't live without it. Another cupboard down here, just a little storage cupboard. It's got not a bad size, just stuff. What else we got in here? Obviously everything's all vented, that's a big key as well, but you get the general layout. So what we're going to do next time is we're going to do a video on the electrical system, which that's quite fun, because let me just turn this around. All motorhomes, when you buy them, have, how do we say, AGM, lead acid batteries, whatever you want to call it, not lipo batteries or Lion or lipo 4. And this is a problem for me, because you spend a lot of money on a motorhome and you go out somewhere and say you're not plugged in on site, and you think, right, yeah, no problem, I've got my leisure battery. So you turn that on, put the lights on, and you're watching your little TV. Oh, TV. There's one up here. So this one's articulated, so it comes out, tilts down, tilts up when you're in bed. Obviously the bed comes down, so that becomes the bedroom TV. It's got the perfect height to watch it in that bed, as well as in this bed if you want to watch it, if depending on which bed you want to be in really. So yeah, so I'm going to make a video on that. If you want to see any more about this, or you're curious about something. Oh, I also popped another, actually no, we'll wait for that, because there's some fun stuff coming. I used to want to make a place where I could go in a nice motorhome like this, go somewhere without having to have the restrictions of having to plug in, because that annoyed me no end. So I thought, how do we get enough power in a motorhome and be able to plug in something like you're at home and have it in here, and for a good 2 or 3 days I'd say, or have a way of recouping that power back when you need it, or when you're out, or when you're spent out of power and you think that's it. So I think I've cracked it, and it's going to need a whole new video because it's quite fun. And I will be going away shortly, probably sometime around Good Friday. I'll be going to Wales. When I do, I'll install the last couple of pieces to my little system, which I think anyone can buy for cheap. It's not expensive comparatively, and so if you're thinking about using a portable power generator, They're really expensive, and you won't get a lot of power out of one of those unless you pay a lot of money for a lot of high capacity. So I think I got the answer. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll just say it's just a little walk round just to show you some of the things on this. I could spend a lot of time going over the features here. This is just a rough walkthrough just to give you an introduction to this. And yeah, the next one's going to be fun because it's going to be a bit geeky, and I'm a bit of a geek. And this is what I get up to when I'm motorhoming. So see you in the next one. Bye.